Good morning, everyone. Good morning po, Gino and Jimai. Good morning po.
Good morning po. Morning, everyone.
Morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning po again po to all the prospective bidders. May we request po to kindly join po muna the breakout room, please. We'll admit you po once the proper credit po starts. morning again po, Sir Jeffrey Kuasay. Sir, we request po kindly join po muna the breakout room, please. And also for Sir Manolito Captain po. Thank you po.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning po, Asek.
Do we have a quorum?
Yes, sir. We have na po quorum. We have Director Dawatin po, Director Director Gino, and the end user po, sir.
Okay, can we start already?
Yes, sir. Good morning po, everyone. Welcome to the 66th online meeting of the DICT Factory. Today, October 23, 2025. Please be informed that this meeting is being recorded for documentation purposes. And for the presence of the quorum, we would like to acknowledge and put on record the following back members. We have the end user provisional member for the first agenda is PM Flores Esteban. Good morning, ma'am.
To ensure that their findings practically start on this digital transformation.
Good morning po.
I hope today's presentation and discussion will further provide valuable insights and
Apologies po. We'd just like to put on record the presence of the Honorable DICT Factory members. We have the end user provisional member, PM Flores Esteban. Good morning again, ma'am. Apologies po. Hindi po kasi na record kanina.
Sorry, can you hear me now? Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning po. And we also have Director Junicio Dawate, the provisional member. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sir Jimay. And we also have Director Gino B. Ilano as the regular member. Good morning again, sir.
Morning po. Morning, Mr. Chair. Morning, Backsec.
Thank you po. And this meeting is being presided by our chairperson, ASEC General James B. Reyes. Good morning again, sir.
Good morning.
With the presence of the back members mentioned, the back secretariat confirms the presence of the quorum. To continue po, shown on the screen is our agenda for today. We have two. First is the private conference for the subscription of 10 Gbps local upstream internet for the IP backbone for 1 year. The approved budget for the contract is 9,344,000 pesos. The end user is PM Flor Esteban. The next on our agenda is the pre-procurement conference for the subscription to Enterprise Knowledge Intelligence Hub solution for the Department of Information and Communications Technology. The approved budget for the contract is 48,100,000 pesos. And the end user for the second agenda is Director Mark Gregor Bincito for the consideration of the back members po. May we have the approval of the back members on the presented agenda, please?
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of the agenda.
Second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Ay, sorry, nakamute pala ako. Backsec, you have an approved agenda. Please proceed.
Thank you po, ASEC. May we also have your approval po to admit the other end user representative, TWG members, and the respective bidders po for the private conference po, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
Thank you po. Good morning po to all the other end user representatives, TWG members, and our prospective bidder. Welcome to the private conference for the subscription of 10 Gbps local upstream internet for IP backbone for 1 year. For proper identification po, may we request all the prospective bidders to kindly introduce themselves po. Kindly state your name and the company you're representing, please. May we start po with Ma'am Cheryl Oblea, please.
Hi, good morning. Cyril Ann Oblea from Infinivan Inc.
Thank you po. Mr. Peo Angelico po, please.
Hi, good morning. This is Pio Encarnacion from Belros Communications Incorporated.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jeffrey Coasay, please.
Hi, good morning. This is Jeff Kwasay from TerraServe Technologies Inc. Good morning.
Thank you, sir. Good morning po. Miss Marie Angelique Figueres, please.
Good morning. I'm Angelique Figueras from Converge.
Thank you, ma'am. And Sir Manolito Campos.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning po. Manolito Campos from Infinity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And last po, Sir Lazaro Morales, the third.
Hi, good morning po. Lazaro Morales III from Converge ICT. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We wish to inform all the prospective bidders and participants that this meeting is being recorded for documentation purposes and in compliance with the directive of the head of the procuring entity or the host through the back secretariat. This proceeding is being broadcast live pursuant to Section 38 of RA 12009 and is currently being streaming live via the ICT official YouTube channel at Department of ICT Philippines. This is in line with the department's commitment to uphold transparency and public accountability in all procurement processes. Mr. Chair, permission po to proceed with the presentation of the press mat po, please.
Yes, please proceed.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, back members and Mr. Chair. For the private conference today, October 22, 2025, the DICT now invites bids for the project with a bid reference number DICT backdash 2025-112 with a project name subscription of 10 Gbps local upstream internet for the IP backbone for 1 year with an approved budget for the contract of 9,344,000 pesos. For the project details, the invitation to bid for the project was posted on October 16, 2025 on the following: PhilJobs website, the ICT website, the procurement website, and the ICT bulletin board. For the invitation to observers for the private conference were sent also on October 16, 2025 to the following: Commission and Audit Chief Information Officers Forum Foundation Incorporated, Institute of Electronics Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated, Philippine Computer Society. For the 5 companies or prospective bidders who registered for today's private conference, the following are PLDT Incorporated, Infiniban Incorporated, Bell Ross Communications Incorporated or PCI, Converge ICT Solutions Incorporated, and TerraServe Technologies Incorporated. For the points of discussion, we have project details, house rules, schedule of activities, instructions to bidders, checklist of technical and financial documents, to envelope system and proper sealing and markings, the data sheet, technical specifications, forms, post qualifications, documents, and reminders to bidders. For the house rules, everyone is encouraged to make clarifications, identify name and company before raising a question, limit questions to details of the procurement in hand. For the instructions to bidders, corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, and coercive practices, the procuring entity as well as the bidders and suppliers shall observe the highest standard of ethics during the procurement and execution of the contract. They or through an agent shall not engage in corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, coercive, and obstructive practices defined under RA 12009 or other integrity violations and competing for the project. Conflict of interest. All bidders found to have conflicting interest shall be disqualified to participate in the procurement at hand, without prejudice to the imposition of appropriate administrative, civil, and criminal sanctions. All bidding documents shall be accompanied by an omnibus sworn statement of the bidder that is not related by consanguinity or affinity up to the 3rd level to the whole procurement agent, if engaged, the head of the project management office, the end user or implementing unit, or any members of the bids and awards committee, technical working group, and bank secretariat. The bidder shall also disclose the ultimate beneficial ownership of an entity. Failure to comply shall be a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bid in consonance with Section 59 of the IRR. For the eligible bidders, only bid of bidders found to be legally, technically, and financially capable will be evaluated. The foreign ownership limited to those allowed under the rules may participate in this project. GOCCs may be eligible to participate only if they can establish that they are illegally and financially autonomous, operate under commercial law, and are not attached agencies of the procuring entity. The bidder must have completed within a period of 5 years from the submission of the bid unless a shorter period is indicated in the invitation to bid, NBDS, a single largest completed contract or SLCC that is similar to the procurement project to be bid and whose value must be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, adjusted at current prices using the Philippine Statistics Authority consumer price indices. The bidder must submit a computation of its net financial contracting capacity or NFCC, which must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid. Subcontracting is not allowed. For the clarification and amendment of bidding documents, request for clarification should be formalized, addressed, and emailed to the back secretariat or back@dict.gov.ph and back.secretariat@dict.gov.ph. Deadline for the request for clarification is on October 27, 2025 at 4 p.m. Copies of supplemental bid bulletins, if any, shall be posted at the Philship's website, the DICT website, and bulletin board at the ICT lobby. Language of bids, eligibility requirements are statements, the bids and all other documents to be submitted to the bank must be in English. If the eligible requirements or statements, the bids and all other documents submitted to the bank are in foreign language other than English, it must be accompanied by a translation of the documents in English. For contracting parties to the apostille convention, the document shall be authenticated through an apostille by the competent authority, as defined in Section 20.9.2 of the IRR, except for countries identified by the TFA that will still require legalization reviewed by the relevant embassy or consulate. For the documents comprising the bid, technical and financial components, technical documents including the eligibility documents, Philship certificate of registration, platinum membership, statement of SLCC and NFCC computation or committed line of credit, statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. If applicable, JVA or in the absence of a JVA, duly notarized statements from all potential JV partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the event that the bid is successful. Bid security in the prescribed form and amount in accordance with ITB Clause 16 and validity period under ITB Clause 15. Technical specifications, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, or after-sales service or parts if applicable. Omnibus sworn statement and for foreign bidders claiming eligibility by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights of Filipinos or certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in their government procurement activities for the same item or product. For the financial documents, bid form, which includes the bid price schedules in accordance with ITB Clause 13.1, and if applicable, certificate of domestic preference in accordance with ITB Clause 25. For bid and payment currency, payment of the contract price shall be made in Philippine peso. Bid price is the proper form for goods offered from within the Philippines or goods offered from abroad in indicating price schedule. For bid validity, bid shall remain valid for the period specified in the BDS, bid shall not exceed 120 calendar days from the date of the opening of bids. Bid security, all bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the BDS. Format and signing of bids, bidders shall submit their bids through their duly authorized representative using the appropriate forms provided in Section 8, Philippine bidding document related forms on or before the deadline specified in ITB Clause 19 in two separate sealed goods envelopes. Forms are, as mentioned in ITB Clause 17.1, must be completed without any alterations to their format. No substitute form shall be accepted. Each and every page of the bid form, including the price schedule under Section 8, shall be signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Failure to do so shall be a ground for the rejection of the bid. Any insertions, erasures, or overwriting shall be valid only if they are signed or initialed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. For the sealing and markings of bids, you should have a bid and must be included the technical component and financial component. For the technical component, it must be included an original copy, the duplicate copy and triplicate copy. And also for the financial component, must be include the original copy, duplicate copy, and triplicate copy. And for the markings, they must indicate to Department of Information and Communications Technology from name of bidder in capital letters, address of bidder in capital letters, and the project name, subscription of 10 Gbps local upstream internet for the IP backbone for 1 year. With also indicated the bid reference number, the ICT pack, 2025-113, and in capital letters indicate the phrase "Do not open before November 6, 1:30 p.m." For the copies, each bidder shall submit one original and 2 copies of the required documents. For the deadline for submission of bids, deadline for the submission of bids on November 6, 2025, 12 noon, and opening of bids is on November 6, 2025, 1:30 p.m. For the bid evaluation, reminding bidders to kindly break down all the costs of taxes pursuant to Section 61.2.2 IRR of RA 12009, to wit, all bidders shall be required to include the cost of all taxes, such as but not limited to value-added tax, income tax, local taxes, and other fiscal levies and duties, which shall be itemized in the bid form and reflected in the detailed estimates. Such bids, including said taxes, shall be the basis for bid evaluation and comparison. For the opening and preliminary examinations of bids, the manner of opening of the bids for goods shall depend on the award criterion to be adopted. Lowest calculated and responsive bid, the bank shall open the technical and financial proposals on the same day. For bid data sheet, contracts similar to the project shall be subscription of IP transit and or ICT projects with networking solution or network equipment. Should have completed within the last 5 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. Form of bid security, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit and surety bond amounting 467,200 pesos. For the post-qualification documents, the bidder within 5 calendar days from receipt of notice from the bank that it submitted the LCP shall submit all the eligibility documents supporting its field job certificate of registration, its latest income and business tax returns filed for the preceding quarter, which shall not be earlier than 2 quarters from the date of submission and receipt of bid, and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the PDS. For the forms, schedule of requirements, technical specifications, bid form, price schedule for goods offered from abroad, price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines, bid security declaration, omnibus sworn statement. Presented on the screen, the bid form for procurement of goods, price schedule for goods within the Philippines, price schedule for goods from abroad, and bid securing declaration form, omnibus sworn statement, and also schedule of requirements. Reminders to bidders: the clock at the DICT lobby using the Philippine Standard Time is the official reference time during submission and receipt of bids. A member of the back secretary will be assigned to receive the bid documents at the DICT lobby and shall stamp this as received. Bidders are reminded that entry inside the DICT premises is subject to the safety in place and processing of payment for the bidding documents prior to the submission of the actual bid offer may take time. Presence in the DICT premises does not constitute submission on time, which shall refer to the actual handover of the bid proposal to the authorized personnel of the bank secretariat. Requests for clarification should be formalized, addressed, emailed to the bank secretariat at dict.gov.ph and bank.secretariat@dict.gov.ph. Deadline for the request for clarification is on October 27, 2025 at 4 p.m. Copies of supplemental bid bulletins, if any, shall be posted at the Field Shop's website, at the DICT website, and bulletin board at the DICT lobby. Common causes of ineligibility and disqualification, invalid field job certification, and underlying supporting documents pursuant to Section 20.2.9.1 IRR of RA 12009, all Class A eligible documents indicated in Annex A of the Field Jobs Registration Certificate must be current, valid, and updated at time of bid submission. The failure by the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of the expired Class A eligibility documents has been updated. Thus, prospective bidders are required to update their field trips registration certificates prior to the submission of their bids. Failure to attach the required supporting documents for the statement of single largest completed contract similar to the project to be bid, and failure to include all the mandatory provisions. Submission of unsigned documents, submission of audited financial statement without stamp receipt of the PIR. If an AFS was filed and paid through electronic filing and payment system, there is no need for the stamp receipt of the PIR. Instead, bidders must submit their proof of AFS e-submission, such as BIR's email confirmation, receipt of returns or documents with its filing reference number or transaction code. Failure to submit the bid securing declaration in the prescribed format attached in the bidding documents. Failure to submit bid securing declaration and omnibus statement without a jurat as required in the form and provided in the bidding documents pursuant to the latest rules on notarial practice. Failure to indicate compliance in the technical specifications and to attach a proof of compliance if applicable. For submission of bids through courier service, bidders are reminded that the courier service personnel must submit the bid proposal to personnel of the Bank Secretariat Division at the office address provided below. Bid submission or proposal left by the courier service personnel at the lobby guard or any other personnel or staff aside from the authorized Bank Secretariat personnel will not be considered submitted for purposes of bid opening. The responsibility to ensure that the courier service personnel submits the bid proposal to the authorized Bank Secretariat personnel is the sole responsibility of the prospective bidder. For the eProc video guide for the bidders who prefer to purchase their bidding documents through online.
Accessing the e-procurement website. Open any web browser and go the https://eprocurement.dict.gov.ph. Click the Sign Up button. Provide a valid email address. Create a password with at least 8 alphanumeric characters, 1 uppercase, a number, and a symbol. Repeat your password for confirmation. Tick the checkbox to agree to the terms and conditions, and click Create Account button. Open the email account that you provided during registration, check your inbox, and verify your account by following the instructions in the email. Click Activate Your Account button. Go back to the e-procurement system and enter your registered email address and password. Click Login button, and you will be redirected to the onboarding page. Input your personal information and click Next button. Input your company information and click Next button. Review the information you provided and click Confirm button. Once onboarded, you will be redirected to the homepage/dashboard. Select the procurement project you wish to participate in by clicking the View Complete Details button. Select the lot you wish to participate and click Participate in Bidding button. A confirmation modal will appear. Review the details, click the Confirm button, and you will be redirected to the payment window. Select your preferred payment method from the list and click Pay Now button. Print and save the receipt as proof of payment and for reference. You may also check your email to view your receipt. Click the Go Back to Merchant button. You will be redirected to the My Transactions page, where a list of your transactions will be displayed.
Mr. Chair, that's all for the presentation of the Bank Secretary.
Thank you. What is next, Backsec?
For the technical specification po, Mr. Chair, given that the bidding documents is already posted po, may we ask na lang po the prospective bidders if they have got through the specification po or they wish the end user to provide a presentation.
Bidders, may we hear your requests po? Would you want the end user to go through a presentation, or are you able to go through the documents already, sir? Sirs and ma'ams po.
May we confirm po? Anyone po from Infiniban, please?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Can we go through just a
Copy
quick
po.
or probably issue or questions on that?
Thank you. Sige
Copy,
po.
sir. With that po, we will be requesting the end user to kindly provide a presentation po of the posted bidding documents po. Thank you po.
For the technical specification of subscription of 10 Gbps local upstream internet for the IP backbone for 1 year. Scope of work. The winning bidder shall provide the subscription of 10 Gbps local internet upstream from local internet service provider for 1 year with warranty and support. Shall manage the services contract and must cover the operation and maintenance, troubleshooting, restoration, and support of 10 Gbps DIA and cross-cable connection to the DICT equipment for 1 year, DICT Roses Quezon City. Shall ensure the connection of the 10G local internet upstream in DICT Roses Quezon City. Must provide hard and soft copies of the technical documents, detailed network plan, method of procedure, technical specification, and other related documentation. Must conduct system reliability testing, commissioning, and acceptance. The performance and acceptance test must commence after the winning bidder has confirmed in writing that all works conform with the terms of the contract and or purchase order. And submission of pre-test result must comply with the approved test plan, must provide test equipment and conduct a link test following the approved test procedures, must submit a master service agreement for review by the ICT. The performance and acceptance test must commence after the winning bidder has confirmed in writings that all works conform with the terms of the contract and or purchase order, and submission of pre-test result must provide the necessary as-built drawings and label of the cross-connection cables. Must submit and comply with the approved testing plan, revision, modification. If necessary, must be approved by the DICT without any additional cost. Must provide additional materials and peripherals needed to establish a working system for this project. The cost of additional materials and peripherals must be under the expense or cost of the winning bidder. Technical specification. Must provide online bandwidth utilization monitoring access to the ICT. The local internet upstream service provider must allow traffic from the ICT network. Testing and configuration. List of tests to be performed but not limited to the following: configuration, commissioning, reliability, and burn-in test. 10 Gbps local internet upstream connectivity and test, speed test, integration and pairing with the ICT IP network, 24 hours, link stability confidence test, perform link failure and resiliency test, integration with the existing DICT's network. Other test procedure needed to establish a working system for this project. Project deliverables, detailed design, design configuration, policy and framework, drawing specification, testing, commissioning, and acceptance for general requirements. Mm-hmm. 10 Gbps local internet upstream requirement. documentation requirements for technical documents, network plans, and reports. Network plans, detailed end-to-end connectivity plan, detailed network plan, technical plan, logistics, warranty, technical support, and service level agreement. For the service level agreement, liquidated damages, project timelines, delivery of network plans and detailed work plans must be submitted within 15 calendar days upon receipt of notice to proceed, subject to end users approval. The delivery of test plan and final acceptance plan must be submitted within 30 calendar days from the receipt of NTP. The duration of the project is 1 year after the final acceptance by the end user. Termination of contracts. That's it for the technical specification.
Thank you po. Mr. Chair, permission po to proceed with the question and answer, please.
Yes, please. Let's proceed.
Thank you po. To all the prospective bidders po, you may now ask your questions and clarifications, if any. Please raise your hand, and upon asking question, please state the name of your company and your name for proper identification po. And for the end user, may we request to consent and walk through to the posted bidding documents in response to the bidder's query, please. Thank you po. Anyone po who would like to ask questions po with regards to the specifications po? Yes po, Sir Pio Angelico.
Good morning po. PO Encarnacion po from BCI. So I'd just like to make a clarification po. Of course, we understand coming from the documents and the presented technical specifications, this is targeted to be something that will be provided to the ICT ROSES. Particular to that lang po, do we have any specific information from the end user on what interfaces we're expected to connect to, or what network elements for us to provide to? Or is the expectation that we will just be providing a port? Kasi po, of course, there's also the requirements from the bid documents that we need to provide the network details and everything. So just wanted to clarify on that. Thank you po.
Hi, Mr. Encarnacion. So regarding sa question nyo, ang termination is a process, and it will be terminated to one of our router, internet gateway router. So ang interface niya is 10G, diretso sa routers namin, and the PIN would be GPU. So it will be a local internet. So this is directly connected sa IGW namin, and we don't need any network element on your end to connect to us on the in-process side. Thank you.
Understood, sir. So basically, everything is just as expected lang sa server room, sir. Everything indoor. So no any network elements in between that we need to set up. Wala naman pong ganong constraint, sir. Ano po? Thank you, sir. Okay po. Just wanted to clarify that. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any more questions po from the other prospective bidders, please? Yes po, Ms. Oblea.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, good morning. A couple of questions on the technical specification. First, is the link of 10G internet requires redundancy?
We would definitely have we would definitely need a protection or redundant for this circuit or 10G Upstream.
Hello po. Sir, the line is not clear because there's somebody talking in the background. Can you repeat, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. But somebody is talking, or there's some voice in the background. There's a feedback.
Okay,
Sorry po, Sir Christian. Sir, can you change your ano po muna, sir? Kasi may nagpi-feedback po, hindi po masyado clear yung sagot
okay.
niyo po.
So, ngayon po, okay na?
Yes po, ayan po.
Okay. So for this link, we would need a protected IP transport going to ROSES for this 10G internet upstream.
Protected.
We will reflect it on TOR if it is not stated on the bid documents.
And in injection on the question po is the location the question before, there will be no network element in between. So meaning we will not deploying any equipment from the vendor, from the ISP provider. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct, because you will need direct connection to our IGW, Internet Gateway Router in ROSES.
Sir, the location of the data center and the user, probably, sir, gaano siya kalayo, sir?
From where? Dito sa ROSES, DACT ROSES, Quezon City.
So doon namin i-drop, sir, yung
Yes.
yung fiber.
Yep. Apa.
Okay. Tapos, sir, kung there will be no equipment in between, in the technical specification, sir, nakalagay po, you will be doing a BGP peering.
That's correct, Opo.
So, meaning you will just provide us your AS number on this part, sir.
Yes, for us to have a BGP establishment, so kailangan natin ng AS number, and you will provide us, of course, yung point-to-point IP for us to peer.
Okay, sir. Sir, in 10G na requirement niyo, sir, what IP block do you require?
Normally kasi it's normal ang binibigay ng provider, at least /28.
/28. So that's 16, am I not correct?
Yes.
So /28. Aside from that, sir, do you need a one IP outside the /28?
Pwede natin isama na doon yung point-to-point.
Nandun na, sir. Okay, sir. Noted. And last question, probably, sir. I'm looking the latency requirement. Do you have any latency requirements, sir?
Latency requirements. Let me check on the. I think it's already stated on the on the BDocs. Wait.
Sir, apologies po. Can you please present po the technical specification and para through po doon kung saan po yung nire-refer ni bidder po?
It seems not reflected yung latency. No? Sige po, i-reflect po namin to sa SBB.
Sir, if you were gonna reflect, sir, are you gonna provide us the revised?
Yes, yes, it will be reflected dun sa SBB.
Okay, sir.
Which is the latency?
I-reflect niya.
How much?
Sir, if you don't mind, sir, what is the target latency?
We will check po doon sa previous namin, no? Sa previous mga procurement namin when it comes to latency for it to be standard.
Noted, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir Jeffrey Kuasay, sir, you have a questions po?
Good morning po. Meron lang kaming dalawang questions. First is clarification lang. Ipapadefine lang namin what is yung master service agreement. Since we are internet service provider, meron kasi kaming usually dalawang agreement. For example, kung kukuha kami ng transport, meron din kaming ibang agreement kasi sa kanila. So, gusto lang namin mapag-define or ano po ba ibig sabihin ng master service agreement.
Okay, for the master service agreement, so ano naman yung overall contract, say for example, nandun yung SLA, yung defined latency natin, yung mga ganyang yung mga ganyang clauses. But anyway, once you submit naman yung master service agreement, it will be reviewed by end user.
Okay, sige sir. Yung second is yung submission ng yung sa 30 days. Yung second question namin sir is yung submission ng final within 30 days. 30 days kasi yung nakalagay. Hindi po namin sir pwede request na extend up to 60 days. Yung submission ng
Okay. Sige sir, sige sir Jeff, i-reflect na lang natin sa SBB and we will respond to your question po for this question.
Okay, thank you. Yun lang naman sir, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes po, Ms. Oblea, please go.
Mr. Chair, ma'am, regarding on the last question of TerraServe, can we make it clear? Hindi po kasi namin narinig kung yung ano yung... Is this regarding the delivery period or the 60 days po.
Yes, Ms. Oblea, this is regarding the new delivery period at 30 days. So they are requesting to extend to 60 days.
They're requesting to extend on the.
We will answer it through. We will ano po, respond on this SBB.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes po, Mr. Morales.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Ma'am, when can we, Lazaro Morales III from Converge, when can we conduct site inspection po?
End user, please.
We can help you naman anytime bago mag-bid opening if you want to. We can help.
So from ano po, office hours po, 8 to 5, sir. And
Yes, pwede po.
Yes,
So
sir.
you can
email na lang po yung request, sir. Thank you.
sige po. So you can assess naman yung ano, so you can assess the situation and the equipments na nandoon sa site.
Copy, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Morales, you can send email po so we can formally forward your request po for site inspection to the end user.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Any question pa po? Any more questions from the prospective bidders? Mr. Chair, considering that there are no more questions from the prospective bidders, may we now proceed with the final reminders?
Yes, please proceed.
For the final reminders, again, the request for clarification should be formalized, address and email to the BAC Secretariat at bac@dict.gov.ph and bac.secretariat@dict.gov.ph. The deadline for the request for clarification is on October 27, 2025 at 4 p.m. Copies of supplemental bid bulletins, if any, shall be posted at the PhilJEP's website, the ICT website, and the bulletin board at the ICT board. Mr. Chair, that's all po for the presentation po and for this private conference.
Thank you, Backsec. Any other matters that we have to take up?
For this item po, na po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Backsec. Thank you, for our end user, and thank you to our potential bidders. Please, again, take note of the deadlines for the submissions and questions po. Thank you for all. Thank you to all. We can actually request the bidders to exit already the meeting room, as we will have our next agenda to take up po.
Thank you po
Thank you,
to
sir.
our prospective bidders and user. You may now excuse for the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you. Sige, Backsec, let's take a few minutes, siguro mga 3 minutes while we move on to the next agenda.
Copy po, sir. We'll just excuse po the other attendees before proceeding po.